Hey everyone, this is Baylor, and in this video we're going to install a dual battery setup in my 1985 FJ60 Toyota Land Cruiser. It had 211,000 miles on it, drove it 1,300 miles home from maiden voyage from Colorado. It's running like a champ, and the only thing it needs now is a second battery so that we can run a refrigerator and turn this into an overland vehicle. So let me show you what I've got to do this, and we'll get started. So what I've purchased to do this install is a Optima D3478 yellow top battery. It's a military grade AGM battery, so very high quality, should be perfect for this job. I've purchased my coolant overflow relocation kit from stainlesssteelbatterytrays.com, and that also was able to get the battery holder for the Optima with the battery tray. And then what I'm going to do in this video, but I do have it, is a Projecta IDC25 DC to DC battery charger. I chose this battery charger because it seemed to be a pretty good high quality. I wanted to purchase something unique, so this one came over from Australia. It has the ability, it has a built-in regulator, so I can plug in a solar panel directly to it, and whenever the vehicle is running, it'll detect that and it'll send power from the starting battery over to the auxiliary battery. So that's what we have. Let's go ahead and pop the hood and get started. So this is the engine bay of my FJ60. The auxiliary battery is going to be placed right here. That means I'm going to have to move my coolant overflow tank. Might have to remove this. I don't even know what this tank is. You can see it's cracked. I don't know if it's even connected to anything. It's definitely not filled with liquid. I'm going to have to relocate this hose. I'm thinking other than that it's going to be pretty minimal. There is this little hose down here, but that seems like it'll get out of the way. I think the bracket's going to mount onto this bolt and somewhere down in here as well. This battery is nasty, at least the battery holder is. I think the battery's super strong. So we're going to put in the coolant overflow tank right here. And so let's start with replacing this battery holder, and we'll see what we get from there. So the first thing I'm going to do before we take all this off and start reworking with the battery system, I'm going to disconnect the ground wire so that we have a safe environment to work with. So let's go ahead and get that on and take that off. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and take off the battery cover. The front side is a 12mm and the back side is a 13mm. So let's just go ahead and get in there. I guess it's coming off. Yeah, that came off. This is off. Fantastic. So I've got the new battery hole down with the relocation bracket. I'm not certain as to how this works. What I'm assuming, based on what I can tell, is, let's just kind of set this out of the way, is that this is going to go down on top of the vehicle like so, on top of the battery, and then this is just going to ride right inside of here, and then naturally this will just run up through the middle. So let's go ahead and just kind of mock that up and just get it in place. And already just having it sitting here, it appears to be holding itself in pretty well. And let's drop this back in as well. So the next step is to move this overflow tank. And at first I thought I was going to take the bolts out, which I may have to do when I put the battery in there, but as far as this goes, it just slides off. And it's super easy, as you can tell. And then over here, it's got a little bit in there, it's kind of dirty. This is going to need to come in here somehow. So this will get out of the way. Will they both get out of the way? I guess so. Looks like it. So that's a little bit tight, or at least no, it's not too bad. So I think that's going to work. Next thing to do is just kind of cut this zip tie that was placed here. Just be real simple, just to kind of sit it over here. So So this hose is going to need to be trimmed. I'll just see if I can't use this. We'll just kind of go like this, I think. And now we'll put our hose clamp back on. Slide this over the top. Hopefully that'll work, even though it does seem a bit higher than it was, but I guess it kind of overflowed this direction. It could probably overflow this direction. We'll just see how that works. So the next step is to remove the old overflow tank location bracket. So this is just a 10 millimeter. So there's one, and there's two with the bracket. So the next step is to remove this hose. Very cool. So that came off. And then what size is this? Is this another 10 millimeter? It is. This is probably the easiest job I've ever done on any vehicle. There we go. This hose is out. So I've gone ahead and just kind of placed the battery tray down in here. I'm going to use this bolt, I know for sure, to run my Crossmember, I guess, to actually hold this. And then it's got, the vehicle already has two threaded holes here. So that's where these will actually mount onto. The lighting's not great, I apologize. That's what I don't understand though, is that this member already has a bolt and nut already welded onto it, and then I have 5 bolts here and 5 washers and lock washers, so, or whatever these are, I guess they're washers, will lock something. So that's where I'm at now. Let's see if we can't figure out how to put this actually in here. So I ended up just going ahead and trying to start thread one on here, and what I'm realizing is maybe this is a tray that fits more than one vehicle, considering that would be smart. And so I think I just put in the 3. So it'll be 2 on the front and then 1 in here with the bracket that mounts up here on the side. And I don't know how to use lock washers, so I'm putting that down in the vehicle. So we'll just go ahead and thread this one on. I'm really liking this car or truck, whatever it is. I would just about trust it by itself just because it's resting on this fender well. So let's go ahead and, I think that's probably a 10 millimeter. So now we'll just go ahead and take this off so that we can go ahead and mount our Crossmember, and then the battery tray should be done. So we'll just go ahead and get in here, and because now what I'm thinking is that instead of it actually going, so it appears this does not mount here, but it actually mounts over here. So let me put that back in there where I got it. And the next step will be to actually put this in here where it belongs. So let's go ahead and do that. So just so you can see kind of what this looks like, this bottle did not have to be relocated. Just put in, I mean this is already drilled out, so I just put it in here. Connected it down here where this goes, or where it sits, and then, and the lighting's bad, but these were already drilled out as well, and they're pre-threaded. So everything just bolted on. And so now what I think we'll do is we'll actually put the battery in here. This is already threaded out, and so we should be able to just run our battery holder down and be done. So time to put the battery down in here. So we've got our battery holder. We'll just go ahead and put this on here, and we'll just thread this on. So that wraps us up. This video is over. Thank you for watching it. I'll just kind of do a quick overview. I can't say how much I recommend the stainless steel battery trays.com. They didn't sponsor this video. I purchased that on my own based on my research, but I will say that that made this thing easy to do. There was nothing about it that was complicated other than the fact that I'm not very good with tools. So relocated the overflow tank that just slipped on and slipped back off, put it over here, signed it all up. This holds the battery down just probably even better than the old one did. As you can see, I put in that this was an M27 size battery. You can see that it is just perfect as far as like putting on the battery snug, holding the battery snug. Can't talk today. And then this went on super easy, outside the fact that I took all this off, or began to at least, to realize it doesn't actually go in. But this is perfectly mounted, very snug as well. This is for the D34 battery. You can see that it is perfectly snug. This battery is not going anywhere. And I did just go ahead and put the tray back inside just to make sure I don't short anything out while I'm just kind of driving around with it like this. So, thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe.